Hey, what's up, guys? It's another Game Room show, late night with console kits. So in this episode, what we're doing is reviewing other people's game rooms. People have emailed me at consulkits@gmail.com. If you want to participate in this series, then next Wednesday we'll be doing another one. Just email consulkits@gmail.com. Send me your pictures. You can send videos. Now, a few people have reached out to me and said I should explain a little bit more because they want the content to be higher quality. And so since we're showing a lot of your content, this is kind of the disclaimer. A lot of people really enjoy, the feedback I'm getting is videos from like a game room tour of people's game rooms. And they're asking that you film, instead of vertical, film horizontal. Or if you want to take pictures, also take pictures horizontal. That's what people are requesting. Now, if you are unfamiliar with how to email or, upload pictures, there are a few people that are having struggles with that. If you're familiar with Google Drive or Dropbox, those are options where you can upload your pictures there and just share that to consolekits@gmail.com. A few people did that this week with Dropbox, and it was super easy on my side to grab those pictures. There's also, if you want to upload a video, you can just upload it right to your YouTube channel. And if you upload it to your YouTube channel, either make it public or unlisted. That's up to you. Mark it not for kids. Okay. Now there's a couple things in here I'm going to explain. YouTube has a setting that's for kids, so you don't want to check that because you're probably thinking, well, it's G-rated, but actually what that means, it's targeting children. It's actually, you're making content for children, and that makes it weird, and it disables some features, disables comments, and you probably don't want to do that. Another thing, it made it difficult for me to grab some of these videos when the videos were rated to have explicit content in it. So whatever that checkbox is, maybe don't hit that. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's check out the game rooms. We got some really good ones tonight. We actually have a repeat. Arcade Mountain is he's in the chat earlier, and WeTransfer is free too. So Arcade Mountain, he did a game room tour. Now, he just emailed it to me, and I assume it's okay. I told you, if you email me anything, that gives me the rights to put it on the channel. So he emailed me a game tour. Now, I know he was one that a lot of people were really liking. There's a few new ones tonight that compete on the level of Arcade Mountain. Now, let me explain. There's some people that are like, I don't really want to judge. I don't want to sit here and say, oh, your game room is the best or your game room is mediocre. None of that's happening here. But we can all agree that some people have spent a lot of time over the years getting their game rooms to this very nice status. So if you put in that much effort, if I put in that much effort in my game room, I would imagine that my game room would be top notch as well. I have not put that effort into, but I'm very motivated to do that. So we're going to see some tonight that are top level. We're talking about some of them that have full-size arcades, and the full-size arcades they have are sick. They are awesome, and the game room looks amazing. I don't know if I've seen a better game room with full-size arcades and with some home arcade as well mixed in. Okay, so let's check it out. Do what you want with the video. Thank you, Arcade Mountain. Yeah, we'll show it off tonight. Appreciate everyone coming to hang out for the show. First up we have is Danny. So we're going to take a look at Danny's stuff. So first off, this is something that I think is really, really cool, right? The inspiration that I get from this room itself. And my brother-in-law had a room at a house that was kind of like this. It was like a room. You can see that there's 3 walls at least, and it's not very big, but what you get in this small space is awesome. He's painted the walls black. He's got a screen right in the center. He's got the newer Apple TV 4K. I have that remote. That newer remote is awesome. This is a cool room. He's got a pinball machine there on the left. It looks like a little bit of modified version of Arcade1UP's Williams cabinet. Different back box, the little grill, the W around there is a little bit of upgraded. The whole thing is decorated very nice. Cool lights, Street Fighter logo, little shelves, small shelves, really cool idea. And then theater seating, something that I noticed on here that I thought was really awesome. Check this out. He's got I think it's a little iPad, a little little iPad mini, right? So I think he's able to do some second screens. Maybe he's got some alcohol right here on hand. You can come into this room, theater seats, turn off the lights, watch some movies, do some surfing on the internet at the same time. Some very, very cool room. So this is Danny's room. Now he's got another room. Now this is what I couldn't figure out, guys. And Danny, if you're in the chat, maybe you can explain this to us. So if you look in the backhand corner, he's got the iArcade. He's got a fan up there. It's a fan up there because it gets real hot when he's playing the iArcade. No, that's just a joke. But he's got X-Men, then Simpsons, Blitz, Ridge Racer. Now this is the thing I don't understand. Watch closely. He's got Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And then he's got Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Okay, now notice these maybe these pictures were taken at different times, but I'm trying to figure this out. He's also got little Ms. Pac-Man with the Mortal Kombat stool right over there. Okay, so we're gonna go to the next picture for Danny. So remember, Danny has this awesome room. Then he's got this room. Notice he's got Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and he's got the, what is it called? The Street Fighter 2 Turbo, the Hadouken, the Shin Hadouken version. Notice that the, what is it called? The risers are just the standard risers. You go to his other room, and there's another Street Fighter, but it's got lit riser, and he's got another Marvel vs. Capcom 2. This is what I'm trying to figure out with Danny is, did Danny actually buy multiple Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and he's decking this out in different rooms? Because when I look at it, I see a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 there, and then Marvel vs. Capcom 2 in this room. Like, is he inviting his buddies over, and he's like, okay, you go into this room and you go play over there, right? And then I'll go in this room and we'll play against each other instead of next to each other. We play online. Like, I don't know if that's what he's doing, but I just was kind of noticing that. So I was like, okay, yeah, no one can own 2 Marvel vs. Capcom 2. He must be rich, right? Anyway, so checking out this room, really big projector. I think that's concrete floor, and then carpet up to a certain point. It's kind of hard. No, wait. No, I see what it is now. That's a short throw. That's a short throw projector, isn't it? This room is not as deep as I thought. I thought it was like a projector and then several feet to that screen. I don't think it's several feet to the screen. I think it's a short, I think that wall's right there, right? And it's a short throw projector. That's cool. That's cool. And then off to the left there, we got just a little desk. It's nice. It's kind of built in against the wall. Looks like he's finished recently because he's got like some outlets he's working on down below. But Danny's got this room. This is the same guy, right? Okay, so let's go through it. Like, Danny's got this cool, like, little private room, little theater room, right? And then he's got a wide open space game room where he has multiple caps. Then you go, he's got this like room with a projector. Looks like there's some lazy boy seats there. Then he has this room that's all hardwood floors. Notice this, I was loving Danny's setup. Every single cab has some modification to it. So if you take a look at it, he's got KI. KI's got some modifications there. Then you got Street Fighter 2. He's got the coin door lit up yellow, then lit up red on Mortal Kombat. Then he's got this, what does that say? Mang's okay, I think that's custom, like his name. And then he's got this big cab right in the center there. Awesome. Tron, fully modified. T2, light up thing going on there. And then you got Big Blue over in the corner, and that has modifications to it. Then you come over. This is the other side. Let me see if I can let me go like that. So you can kind of see it's got this curved screen and then a phone above it. I don't know if that's how he does like FaceTime right there. Really cool setup. And it looks like we're getting spammed in the chat. Let me block that real quick. This will just take a second to fix that. But take a look at this, the glory of this room. Let me back up so you can see. This is my favorite. Notice the comic books on the wall and how he's using the comic books for decoration. That is something that I haven't seen. Not only that, on the right-hand side, there's more collectibles that are using as decoration. I mean, I think it's pretty sick. Hold on one second. This is going to take a second to make sure I get this all blocked correctly. Here we go. And just hold on for me for just a second. Yeah, I found it now. Subscribers only. Got to turn that subscribers only on. I always forget to do that. Anyway, give it up for Danny's room. This is, hopefully you get some inspiration with this. Decoration on the wall. Modified all of his hardware. It's got multiple like theater rooms, a lot of cool equipment. And yeah, it's definitely inspiring me for multiple reasons. Decoration is cool, but also where I spend my money, try to save some money because there's some really cool ideas in here. I've been thinking about those short throw projectors. I have a room that would be perfect for it. Let's see. So we got the... let's take it to the next one. There you go. All right, next up we have... if you're just joining us, we're doing a game room tour review. You can email me at consultations@gmail.com if you want to be a part of it. Rewind to the beginning of the video where I explain all that if you want more details. So let's check out the next one, and this one is Steven. Yeah, hold on. We got a couple people giving a response. Great room. The basement is unreal. Good game to Danny, $900. Console fanboy. Let's see. There was another super chat. Let me make sure I grab that. How to Bachelor say, let's go. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. From How to Bachelor to you. Let's see. I had comics on the bedroom wall in high school. Loved it. Very cool. Your house rules, Danny. It's a good one. Thanks for sending it in. Really appreciate it. Okay, next up we got Steven. And does Steven's got a video, I think. Here we go. Let's take a look at the video. Now, this one is really awesome. So I was taking a look at this. I was screening a lot of the videos to make sure, appropriate content and everything. And notice how he has something really cool going on. So surrounding his entire room, I don't see very many 4-player cabinets on the surrounding, but all his 4 players are in the center. So do you see that? Do you see how he has it set up? He's going to come back around here. He's got in the corner there, he's got The Simpsons. Has anyone in the chat done it this way? I haven't seen it this way. But see, Golden Axe is right there, so it's split between those 2 different cabinets. It's a really cool use of space, right? And in the center there is Marvel vs. Capcom. And then on the edge, another 4-player, another 4-player, another 4-player. So to kind of make this center wall, that's pretty cool. It's a cool setup, right? So I think if you look at it, it's like there's Golden Tee all lit up. So he sandwiches 2-player cabinets dead in the center, and then he's got 6 4-player. Great use of space. People can stand comfortably, probably, in all of the scenarios because it's all spread out. Is that right? Is CT Jason, How to Bachelor, is that what CT Jason is doing? I didn't notice that. Yeah, that 4-player setup is pretty cool. And so he's also done a lot of modifications. You see he's got like glow-in-the-dark T-molding on a lot of the cabinets. That's what it looks like. They're glowing on the cabinets. I think that really pops. Do you see that? And then all the light-up decks look really good in this room. Yeah, now he's going into this other room. He's got some other cabinets in here. But I think this is his main game room. Yeah, it's sweet. So give it up for Steven. What a great job Steven did on there. It looks really, really nice. Hopefully you get some inspiration on your game room with that. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's great. All right, what do you guys think of Steven's game room? This room is Teets. Who is it? Oh, I think it's seen this dude walk through. Has kids. Black light team molding is genius. Every arcade deserves a workroom. Here we go. Man, I wish I had that kind of room to work with. Yeah, I think you got to have a decent sized room to be able to do. You have cabinets spread around the corner, and then you can have a center island of cabinets, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's dope. Looks great. That may actually be my favorite. It's pretty good. Okay, let's move on to the next one. We got some Binku. I'm probably butchering that. I apologize. This one's pretty sweet. He showed off his game room. A lot of these pictures. Now I'm trying to figure out what this is. It looks like it's just a television vertical, right? but it's got Windows running on it, right? So he's got some wires over to it, so it's just a background. And I wonder what he does with that. Has anyone ever done it? Is it like where you hang a television vertically and then you throw up like artwork, maybe a movie poster? I've seen some of the big, that one guy on Instagram that's got like 1 billion followers, he has this setup like that. But yeah, I think this is pretty cool. And then to have that kind of right there behind the bar, that's pretty sweet. So then he's got an arcade sign. Love the arcade sign at the top. He's got a full-size Pac-Mania. That Pac-Mania looks pretty dope. It's pretty sweet, right? Like, I love the vintage look of the Pac-Mania marquee. Looks pretty cool. He's got some movie pictures on the wall. Probably his favorite movies. Yeah. Then he's got the old Deluxe. That is the original Deluxe 12-in-1. Then we got the Mortal Kombat 2. We got the original Pac-Man, but it's the Pac-Man with the matching riser. Very nice. Then we got a big, really cool theater room, clearly in the basement. Curtains on the backdrop. Got some layered theater seating. Looks like all hardwoods down in this basement, or like a laminate, maybe. It's very cool. Then he has a couple more cabs, a couple tall posters. Very nice. This is something I haven't seen, where they put the LED strips on the stairs. Have you guys seen that? LED strips literally on the stairs. So as you walk down, he's got some movie posters, and I think that's that bar on that left-hand picture. I think it's really cool. What is that, a popcorn machine back there? Yeah, it's got like a big, nice size popcorn machine. Gives you that movie vibe. This is the big inspiration that I get from this, is not only can you have a game room, but kind of like a theater experience, right? It's very cool. So give it up for this guy. I think he did a pretty good job. The Sun Pikachu? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm butchering it, dude. I'm sorry. I don't know how to say this name, but you did a great job. I think it's really awesome. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is Mark. You ready for Mark's game room? All right, so this one we have a video that we're going to be going through, slowly panning, like how he's panning across his game room there. And this is cool. He's got a setup there, some rugs on the floor, a lot of things on the walls there. But he has a setup where he can play some race games. Nice setup here. Got some LEDs blinking behind that monitor. I think this is his big showpiece that he wants to show off, how he has this setup where he can play these race games. Then he's got, that's a good one, he's got the Pac-Man with the cocktail, but it's lifted. What is, oh, I see what he's doing. See what he did? He raised all his cabinets. Like, they're off the ground on wheels. That I have not seen. Have you guys done that? Have you put a riser on under your riser? It's pretty sweet. There we go. Street Fighter 2. Yeah. Give it up for Mark and his game rooms. Very nice. Very nice. All right, we're moving right along because we want to keep the pace here. Now, Don Logic. I think that's how he says his name, right? Don Logic. We've shown off his game room previously, but he sent me some pictures of something that I really wanted. And I had access to buy it recently. And so there's this content creator named RetroTech. If you haven't heard of RetroTech, you check him out. If you love CRTs, want to learn how to buy CRTs and like mod them. So I've met RetroTech more than once, like 2 or 3 times. I think 2 times. And so I was hanging out with RetroTech, and then Mason Conrad and I were in Connecticut. Is that where we went? We went to Connecticut a couple months ago, and we had dinner with RetroTech, the YouTuber, and Displaced Gamer, another YouTuber. Both fantastic content creators, just stellar content. It was an honor to have dinner with them and just kind of hang out. Anyway, when I was there, hanging out with RetroTech, when we were there at the conference, they had some prison TVs, and we were going on and on about the prison TVs and how, I was kind of looking for one. And then I think I've mentioned this before on the chat, but here it is. Don Logic wants to show off his prison TV. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the chat or in the comments, because this is a blind spot for me in the retro gaming world for a decade. I did not know, or even longer, right? I did not know prison TVs were a thing. Now, what RetroTech told me is that the performance of the prison TVs aren't always great. And so RetroTech is all about like modifying CRTs to get the best out of it. And so he'll modify consumer grade quality monitors to have like a commercial level experience. And he said he's had struggle with the prison TVs, but the prison TVs are pretty small that it's probably not that big of a deal. So if you can pick one up for a good price, I think it's a good deal. There was one locally for $200, and I was a pass on that one, but I'm waiting to see. Yeah. So I'm actually saying prison. You guys ready for this? Here it is. So this is a prison TV. Like someone in prison had this television, and it was a CRT back in the day. Now, all a prison TV really is, and there could be companies that like technically, can't imagine someone would do it, but all it is a transparent case. But it's transparent, right? So that you can't sneak drugs into the prison. So when a new TV, I assume this is the story. Yeah, how does one obtain a prison TV? You steal it. Anyway, so now he's got an NES top loader with that looks like an EverDrive plugged into it, and yeah, I think it's an EverDrive or it's a custom. Anyway, so this is what it looks like, man. It's transparent. It looks really cool. And my comment goal for this episode is somebody comments, I've never heard of a prison TV, and you just showed me something that I've never seen before. That's my comment goal. All right, so this is the back picture. It looks like it's an RCA model CRT. Transparent. You can look inside. It looks cool. What better system to plug into a prison TV but a top loader NES? He knows what's up. Those top loaders are awesome. The AV, audio, video out. Very good top loaders. They don't have any of the issues that the toasters have. And you can have some fun playing on a CRT like that. So in my area, there was a prison TV that finally showed up in the local area, but the guy wanted $200. So I was thinking about asking if he'd take $100 or maybe take $50. But I'm not going to pay $200 for that CRT. Now, $200, you can get a Sony Trinitron easy. But this is like a 13-inch screen, so it's really cool. Let's see what you guys have to say in the comments about the prison TV. The next one we got queued up. It's pretty good too. Let's see. My son used to work for a company that does IT for local prisons, and yeah, all electronics are at least 5 to 8 years old. Tech with clear cases, TV, DVD players, and even handheld games. Dude, I didn't know that level. So I'm learning stuff on here. This is great. I'm sitting here trying to show and tell, and you're show and telling me. It's so cool. I saw pictures not long ago of a prison cell with a Sega Genesis Tower of Power games, sneakers in a small cell block. Just wild. We got to get thrown into prison, then somehow get out of prison TV. That sounds difficult. Yeah, I'm sure they're like prisons will liquidate, right? I've heard of a prison wallet, just never heard of a prison TV. Does it go in a prison? There you go. Yeah, I've seen them before. Commercial grade, designed to be left on for hours and hours, but it does look cool, all cleaned up and set up for gaming. That's right. Surely a prison TV goes for 2 packs of smokes and some protection. There you go. Sorry about that, Bob. Yeah, he's like, no, I'm out. Don't need no prison TV. That's right. All right, so the next one, oh yeah, that's right. This will take just a second. The next one's a video, but I think I had to link it. I had to link it on YouTube. Okay, this will take 1 second to set up here. So just let me go full screen here. This is Gideon. Let's check out Gideon's setup here. All right. Walking into Gideon's game room, we got some lighting above Tempest. There we go. Some Pac-Man. The light up glowing Tempest. I think that's probably Glenn's retro show. Oh, there we go. A Final Fight modded 4-player. There you go. Little, ooh. I wonder what that is. I don't think that was an actual, see the carpet? He's got the carpet. He's got the cool carpet. All right. Ghostbuster sign, very cool. Marvel vs. Capcom. The light up deck. Very nice. We got the stool. Okay. Then we got, oh, Capcom logo right between the speakers. That's cool. He found something that fits right between there. That's perfect. Yeah, I love the carpet. Carpet is awesome. Very cool. Let's see. Mortal Kombat. There we go. Okay, very nice. Ooh, I like this. It's just like a curtain that says arcade. with the RGB font. It's good. Or like the 8-bit font. There we go. We got the Star Wars pinball. The Force is with you. Very nice. Oh, there we go. Tattoo parlor. Ridge Racer. Very nice. Ridge Racer cab. Ridge Racer logo instead of the Arcade1UP little Namco logo. There you go. It's a good way to decorate. Oh, he's got the pedal add-ons. I think they're on Amazon, right? I've seen a couple people link those. That's very cool. Oh, Darth Vader cutout. Very nice. This video I haven't watched, so that's why you hear me saying oohing and ahhing, where I just made sure this one played, and I was like, okay, very cool use of space. Very nice. Okay. Oh, I see. So then when he modded the, let's see, hold on. Let me close this out now. So this is Gideon. And Gideon's also got some close-up pictures that we'll show in just a second. So what do you think of Gideon so far? We're going to get some close-up pictures. But before we extend that, a super chat. Thank you so much, Long and Low. He says, thanks for showing off my room. I think what you do for us to allow us to show off our passion is amazing. Oh, man, I appreciate that. I've had really a lot of fun doing these Wednesday night streams. It really has been a lot of fun. So I don't have a link, but I think in the Facebook groups, if you look for... There was someone who posted recently in one of the Facebook groups. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, you can message me on Messenger, and I can get that out. Or I can someone put a comment down below. So anyway, what it is yeah, I can't remember how much it was. They were in multiple colors. Did I save that? Maybe I didn't. So Ridge Racer pedals. Yeah, it's not coming up when I look for it. You know, I did get a Ridge Racer, so I may pick it up, and yeah, maybe I'll put it on the website or put a comment out there if anyone. But do look for it. There's some people out there that put it out there. All right, so Gideon close-up pictures, and now you can see that Capcom. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it's that same room, but the Capcom. I think this is an older picture, maybe, because the Capcom is that this. No, the other Capcom logo was different, right? Anyway, so that's a close-up of the CoinOp Capcom. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, this is then with the speaker grills. I think this is Big Blue before he got the speaker grills. Yeah, this is really cool. That's awesome. You got the Capcom logo and then the speaker grills. It kind of looks like the same speaker grills that are like on the pinball machine. It's very nice. Then you got some close-up, all white. Looks like he's went with like a Sanwa style, you know, those flat, probably Sanwa buttons. And then I assume he replaced the sticks, but then he put ball tops on it. I think it looks really nice, but then he kept the live. Is that right? Yeah, it's the live white because, you know, you probably don't need to swap that out, right? You're not going to press that very often. All right. Very, very nice. Okay. I put these all in order in which they were received, but here it is. We're about to take a look at the tour that's going to be pretty fantastic. It's Arcade Mountain. Arcade Mountain sent a video of his game room, and in a previous episode we did Arcade Mountain, and everyone thought Arcade Mountain was amazing. There's a couple things. Now you're going to see it in video, but pretty soon we're going to showcase another one that is Arcade Mountain level. It's pretty good. Anyway, here it is. Let's take a look at Arcade Mountain's video. Okay, so we're going up the steps into Arcade Mountain's room. And here it is, in all its glory. Got Outrun on the floor. You got carpet that's just absolutely amazing. It tells you, it screams. What does it scream? It screams an arcade. Look at those lined up against the wall. Then shelves above it with memorabilia on it. Just beautiful. And then this gigantic screen, right? You got a real golden tee next to a modded golden tee. You got a Phoenix there, 61, I'm sure. You got the seating with the elevated seating. And then in between that, he pocketed in between that, you're going to see a couple CRTs over here, mini CRTs on the wall. Looks fantastic. And then you got, there's the air hockey. And then you got more cabs. You got to get the sense of the depth of it. Check it out. Then you got some pinball machines here. And then you got a Star Wars cockpit right there. And then you got a basketball. I love how you got the basketball with the net. And then right behind it, you got some more arcades. There's the Star Wars cockpit. Custom job there. Just absolutely amazing. Come on. It's so good on the ceiling. Taking advantage of the vaulted ceiling. Okay. All right. So that was Arcade Mountain. Fantastic job. You've been working on this for years, and it just looks glorious. Thank you so much for sharing it with the community. And now we're taking a look. Wait, Stupid Fat Hobbit says here, his room reminds me of what happened when an arcade invades the theater at the local cinema AFM in the 90s. It's like hybrid, so instead of walking 50 feet, it's walking 5. Very cool. Yeah, it's amazing. Okay, so now we're gonna take a look at another one that is just amazing. It's Arcade Mountain level. Is that becoming a thing? Oh, it's so good. It's Arcade Mountain level. I don't know. I don't know if that is a thing. Hold on. Okay, where are we at? Okay, so this is Arcade. Also, he goes by Arcadeo or HDR Champ. All right, let's take a look. All right, at first you're like, oh, it's pretty good. He's got like 3 big blues, right? All with different marquees. But then to the left of his big blues, he's got a hyper fighting machine, which just, it looks actually really cool to see a big blue next to like a dynamo cab, like straight up. Yeah. Clax29 is like, are those candy cabs? Let's take a look, okay? How many does he have here? So he's got let me go off screen here so you can take a look. So he's got a virtual pin all the way to the right. And then he's got, what is it? I think it's a custom PC all the way to the left. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 machines there. Yeah, this is HDR Champ. Yeah, so that's this. Okay, then that's not all. That's not all, right? Like, that's not all. Seriously. So this is just one view of his room. Look at the posters on the wall, the decoration in the back, the lighting. It's all in the details. Yes, you're drawn to the awesome cabinets that he has. You know, it looks like LCD. I don't know what these are called, or these are forms of candy cabs, but they're very specific versions. I think they say crayux on them, but they're all uniform, not perfectly uniformed, but they're all sitting there. It's pretty nice. But then he's got collectibles in the back, Xbox Live logo. So he's got a mixture of virtual stuff, LCD stuff, CRT stuff, home arcade. It's a mixture of everything, right? And then we go to this next one. There's more like straight up candy cabs, just all lined up. Yeah, is it the Vulex? Is that what he's got going on? Is that what it is, Arcadeo? Vulex model candy cabs. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 here. There's more. This is like another angle. So you kind of see what we're talking about here. He's got like 4 lined up there, but that's the Back to the Future virtual pin over there. And in the chat, Arcadeo, what type of virtual pin are you rocking down there? So this is all within, like, you just turn your head to the right, and you got that. You see what? Turn your head to the right, and he's got a PC right there. Really cool stuff. A little fridge. Let's see what else we got here. And then he's got this awesome theater room. Let's go back. Let's see. Okay, let's see. You got a real hyper fighting. You got 3. Notice how he's got these modded. So he's got a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Big Blue modded. Blue and yellow, probably Hap sticks. It looks, the first 2 look like Hap modded, right? The shaft is all black, right? But it's Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I don't recognize the third one, but then all of the control panels are, the first one's been modified with the diamond plate, but then the second one are 1 player, and the third one is 1 player. But if you want to do it with a bat top, you go to the middle one. If you want to do a ball top, you go to the one to the right. So it's really, really cool. Then you got the Vulex. Yeah, so it's a rep. He said it's a Rec Room Master V pin. Very cool. And then you got the candy cabs. Like, what are these called? Arcade Zero or Arcadeo? Is it Arcade Zero or Arcadeo? So these are candy cabs, but in, I don't know, the fighting set. What is that one there? I see. It's a Blast City, a Sega Blast City. That center one, the joystick is awesome. It's like every little piece. There's like more details when you look closer. Very nice. New Net City and Big Blast City. Great finds. Sega Bass. It's the Sega Bass Fishing. Yes. I mean, it says it right there. I guess I didn't catch it. Yeah, I didn't catch that. I see. It's the Sega Bass Fishing. Very cool. All right, and then you got some cool pictures here. Like the Hulk, Wolverine. Very nice. More. Oh, the Batmobile down at the bottom is awesome in that case. So cool. Posters on the wall. Got rocking the Apple TV. Very nice. Projector. So you get a closer up. Oh, come on. I got to know about that, man. What's up with the Han Solo? Like, is that built into the wall? Is it just a poster? Or is it actually, like, coming out of the wall? It looks like it's got some depth to it. Yeah. Got some Bruce Lee statues. Is it Rambo? Yeah, it's Rambo. It's great. It's nice showpieces there. Yeah. Yep. Is that a 1/12 scale Batmobile? Yeah. And then that's cool. I gotta find some of those, like with the so you got a Back to the Future poster, but it's like a lit one. That's awesome. I have a Back to the Future poster, but it's not lit like that. That's really nice. I like that. And then you got, like, is that like a DVD case on the wall? That's nice. 1/6 scale sideshow. Yeah. This is very nice, man. Yeah, even a jukebox. Oh, wait. Is that a screen? Because that was Back to the Future just a moment ago. Now it's Jackie Chan. Back to the Future, Jackie Chan. Back to the Future, Jack. What's going on, man? You got to tell us. How are you set that up? Is that just a vertical TV, or is that like a rotating poster? Is it something you can buy that's like on its own? and you load the pictures through like USB or something, or is that just like a TV connected to a computer? I gotta know, because I got a lot of TVs. So if you guys don't know about it, like that's what I do for a living. Is I write apps. I'm a software developer that write apps that go on TV. So I got to test a lot of TVs. And as I've gone through the different companies building streaming apps, I've acquired a lot of TVs over time. And I work remotely. So like the last company I worked for, when I was all, when I quit and I put in my notice, I was like, hey, how do I ship these TVs back? And they're like, nah, just keep them. So I have so many TVs from 2016. We got to test like every single model. And a lot of the TVs, like at this point, the TVs that I acquired before, they're all mine. They're not like, they're not owned by the company that I work for now. So it's like, I want to repurpose those TVs and do something with it, and turning them into, let's see, Arcadeo says it's a signage TV that has a built-in movie poster with USB. Yes. That's cool. I got to find that. I got to look into it, because I don't know, like, now it makes me want to do this. It's like, hey, I'll just build my own custom app that just does that, right? Wouldn't that be cool? Imagine. Could I put that on the store? Like, would LG or Samsung allow me, an individual, to put an app on their store that rotates through movie posters, but specifically it's like, okay, turn your TV sideways? That'd be kind of cool. You could also do it with like a Roku stick. I wonder if Android has it, because Android has some sticks that would be pretty cheap. Yeah, is that right? There's a Google Play ad to rotate through images. I have a cheap $14 Android TV hooked up to an LCD that rotates sideways, and you send image to the app. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I needed to hear. Someone else built that already, and it's cheap. $14 Android TV hooked up to an LCD. That is it. I can do that. I can spend $14. You could spend $14 on an Android TV app. Dude, that's a video. I'm going to make that video. That's what I want to do. I want to show the community, was like, okay, this is how you do it, right? And if you're out there and you're a content creator, you make the video too. We got to share with the world that with $14, you can build your own poster TV. You can build your own signage TV. Share it with the world. People need to know. That's awesome. That's so cool. All right, here's another view. You can see now he's like between the seats. There's a projection out into the game room. Very nice. Man, wait. This is a different room. This is a different room. I didn't put this together earlier when I was making these pictures. This is yet another room with more. This dude's collecting like every candy cab on the planet. This is great. What else he got here? Oh, dude, this is the one. My daughter was sitting next to me while I was copying these pictures into Google Slide, and she was like, oh my gosh, there's something in here that he has that she was flipping out that you had. Oh, that's cool. Street Fighter 2 pinball machine. What is that? Wild Rivers. I've never heard of that. It's like a light up. It's like a light up gun. That's cool. It's like a light gun machine. Okay, let's find the thing that my daughter was super excited about. Yeah, you got the Egret 2. He's collecting all the stuff. Okay, so this is, dude, there's seriously so much inspiration that you can get from this particular one. And that's why I think it's like the Arcade Mountain level, or it's pretty top notch, because every single different room that we're showing, and I'm sure he's collected over the time, it's not something he'd put together in like a month, right? This is years and years of work. But if you take a look at what he's got here, do you see it yet? There's a Switch hanging on the wall. Look at it. There's a Switch hanging on the wall. A big LCD screen. And what is it? This is one of my daughter's favorite games. And I can't say it right. I talked to her and she just says it because she studies Japanese, and she's like, it's Takasujin. I don't know. But anyway, it's this beat game, right? She plays it on the Apple Arcade. she plays this on the Apple Arcade, and she's like, this is a real arcade machine. And when we were in Chicago, I was hanging out with Moat and Fox and B, and we went to an arcade that had one of these machines as well. Like a straight up Japanese imported Taiko no Tatsu. I can't say it. Tatsujin? Yeah. Taiko no Tatsujin. I think that's how you say it. So that's an arcade game that's a beat game. It's pretty popular in Japan, my understanding. That's what my daughter says. And she loves playing it on her iPhone. There's like an iPhone version of it. And this guy has got the drum set accessory. I think that goes to the Switch, I'm assuming. And this is what my daughter was saying when we were looking at this picture. She was like, I love how he put all the consoles on a shelf right underneath the TV that looks like a giant Switch. Now, if you take a look at the picture previous here, he took advantage of that Switch, and he's like straight up, like, you can open it like it's a little kitchen cabinet. He's got his games in there, peripherals in there. Just amazing. It's cool. So he's got a Wii U there, GameCube, N64, Switch, and then we got a Super Nintendo at the end. Yeah. And then that amazing carpet, amazing lighting. It's great stuff. So give it up for Arcadeo or Arcade Zero or HDR Champ. He's got a really fantastic game room. So those that are in the chat right now, I'd love to hear from you. This show's not ending. It's just beginning. I want to hear from you. Tell me about what you were inspired about in this episode. Something that you can take away that you would love to do in your game room. Let's have a conversation. Let's discuss it. The next 15 minutes, we'll end the show at the top. About a 1 hour live stream is what I'm hoping for. But spend the last 15 minutes chatting with you guys about some of the things that you really enjoyed. Charlie Chuck says that Switch TV is thumbs up. Yeah, there we go. Did you make those giant Joy-Cons? That's a good question. I would love to hear. And anyone who had their content showcase, well, you can comment on any of my videos, but if you want to tell the story, answer any of the questions that I've had, I'm sure those in the audience would also enjoy coming back to this video and reading those comments down below about your game room. I've had a few people do that on the previous episodes. I've really enjoyed it, where the commenter comes back and says, this is my game room, and this is how I set it up. This is, based on the discussion, this is what was going on. I love that. Long and Low says, I'm working on the Mario electrical pipes from last week's show into my room. That's cool. See? Dude, this entire series, for me personally, is now 100% worth it. The fact that I was able to be a conduit, no pun intended, or pipe, a way to take information from another great game room and inspire yet someone else with a game room. I was just here for the ride. That's great stuff. We love the giant Switch. I like to add LED lights as the backlights for my cabs. They are all in a row. Yeah, I've seen some people do that. It does look really good. I have it where I have some lights just above. But this the lighting that I have above here is mainly so on camera it looks really cool. But there's another set of them that I have over in the main game room area, and those are hanging like behind, and they do look good. But I don't think the ones that I have are bright enough for making your cabinets glow. So I got to learn how to get some better LEDs for that. I learned that literally everyone has a better looking game room than mine. Multimat says, that's insane. I may have to steal the Switch cabinet TV solution. That is really cool. Let's see. A stand-up Cruisin' USA next to my MK multicab is all I want in my pathetic life. There you go. Yeah, I'm looking at Etsy. Can't see them. Let's see. I like the Switch TV for doubling them as cabinets. Yeah, the cabinet thing, that's pretty cool. For sure, I learned I need lights, bricks, and new carpet, then resubmit. Y'all are geniuses in your game rooms. Not one room was short of greatness. Yeah, the Mario pipes were fantastic. Loved the nostalgia of seeing the comics on the wall. Had the same thing when I was in high school. Still have them all. Time to dust them off. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I was thinking about that too, because I've been inspired on some of the things in the game rooms where, you know, I have like a lot of the miniature arcades or the miniature consoles, but they're not doing anything, right? I'll hook them up from time to time and play them. And I have many ways to play the console games anyway. So when it comes to NES, I have many existing NES. I have the HD mod, the high def NES mod. I have an RGB mod. I have top loaders. I have front loaders. I have the analog NT. I have the analog pocket. I have a Mister. I don't have, I technically have a Raspberry Pi. I have PCs. I have a Mac. So all of those ways I could be using straight up Pi level handheld emulation, over 10 of those. And they're either just sitting in boxes until I want to play with them and I put them back in the box. But now I'm just sitting here going like, even the boxes themselves, I have them like on a shelf in the basement, but it's storage. It's not showcased. I could take all of those boxes that I've collected over the years and showcase them. Now, what I've needed to do recently, and this is what I'm starting to doing, is separate the showcasing that I do that's in our family room. That's literally like our family room that has a lot of family ornaments in it as well, right? And my wife is like, you know, I'd prefer not to have your game collection in this particular shelf. She's never saying like, I don't want to see it, get it out of here. I think that's what she's meaning to say, but she's also saying it like, you can do whatever you want in your space. 100%. Like if I say, hey, I'm going to get another arcade, and she's like, where are you going to put it? I'm like, I'm going to put it in my basement area, you know? She's like, the family room basement area or your basement area? I'm like, my basement area. She's like, yeah, do whatever you want. But what I haven't done is double down on the decoration. And so anyway, shelves, I got to think through all this stuff. I got to plan it out. Clearly, there's a lot of people that are in the community that have already planned this all out. I'm just years behind on this. So MG says, I didn't finish the bump out of my basement. I have like 16 Arcade1UP boxes still that is motivating me to pay a contractor to do it. So here's an idea that I had. Those of you in the chat, do you guys have your original Arcade1UP boxes still? Because I've thrown mine away. And so I have this unfinished area. And recently I started thinking, because yeah, it's like $5,000 to like put drywall up. I guess I could do it myself, but I'm afraid that I would do a bad job. So a good buddy of mine, he's like my brother-in-law, he does it for a living. I was thinking of having him come over and, you know, he asked me, you know, I asked him how much it would cost and he quoted me about $5,000. And so I've been thinking about doing that. But times are tough, you know, like we don't know what the economy is going to be like the next few years. And even in the software development space, the last few months with all these layoffs from like Facebook, that's affected a lot of in the community of software development, this sense of longevity in their job. Like it's like, whoa. There's people that are software developers getting laid off. It's been a booming business for the last 2 decades. It's just growing and growing. You know, like the need for software developers is higher than, you know, the jobs that are out there. So it's like an employee's market, I guess what you call it. But with the layoffs, I think it's still pretty hot. It's just like Meta, you know, got laid some people off. Anyway, it's a little scary. So I'm just like, maybe I save money a little bit just in case, you know, that it kind of starts hitting other places. I don't know. So anyway, the Arcade1UP boxes, if I still had them, I would so just like put them up against the wall. I wonder if anyone's done that. Like I saw that in the Arcade1UP in Florida. They just literally stacked the Arcade1UP boxes on top of each other, almost like decoration. And if you were to like, I think there's a scenario where you could make that look good. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a bad idea. We got a couple of people saying, no, they don't have it. Boxes are long gone. Some, yes. I have all the boxes, hoping one day to move out of Illinois, and removing will save a ton of space. I tossed the boxes myself. The only box I have is the Iron Man Red. I ended up throwing that away, but that one I held on for the longest. But when I moved, I finally threw it away. That came with, yeah, I have the limited edition too. I ended up throwing it away, but it was a really cool box. So anyway, And that's an idea I had. I have some boxes. I have a Simpsons box. I have an X-Men box. Let's see. I have a Ridge Racer box, and soon I'll have a Blitz box. Oh, good. The humidity and insects, those boxes won't last. Maybe you're right. Maybe. Maybe. This is a good point. They come too damaged. Some of them, the recent ones I got, the Simpsons and Ridge Racer, it's probably why I had this idea, is the boxes, those particular ones. So X-Men's a little beat up, but it's on the edge, where there's tape and stuff. But the Simpsons, the one I have, it's pretty clean. With the glue they use, my boxes get destroyed anyway. Yeah, I think on the edge. So anyway, it's just an idea, okay? It's just an idea. Anyway, what other... No spoilers, the Andor finale was crazy good. And the ink that was used and the ink they use is terrible. Have one that faded from light already. Because I think he's talking about Andor, but then the ink... Oh, the ink is the boxes, right? You're talking about the boxes. Yeah, about Andor, I think we're going to do... Yeah, I talked to Fox. We're doing our live stream on Sunday. Pretty excited about our finale episode for covering Andor. If you haven't watched it, all 12 episodes of Andor are out there on Disney+. If you want to watch the first 2 episodes and you don't have Disney+, you can watch the first 2 episodes on Hulu, and I think, other streaming, maybe it's ABC, I can't really remember. But they dropped the first 2 episodes on a couple other Disney-owned channels, and so you can watch the first 2 episodes. Now, the first 2 episodes, it's crazy. Like, I don't really think the first 2 episodes of Andor are anything that will hook you into the show. Episode 3 might. So, why they didn't put episode 3 on there, I'm not really sure. Yeah, Andor is great, nice slow burn, and so much better than the MCU. It's messed up right now. Yeah, you're on the 10th episode. Yeah. 12 is pretty good. We'll talk about it if you've been following it. We'll talk about it with Fox on Fox's channel on Sunday. I'm really interested to see what Fox has to say about it. I don't know how he thinks about it. We don't talk about it until the show. But I really enjoyed it. I think it's like 2 years or something like that till the next season 2. So I'm really curious. I'm definitely fascinated with everything going on with Disney right now with the new CEO. Been watching tons of podcasts about that. Speculations. There's a lot of speculations on the internet about what the next 2 years of Disney is going to be. I've heard rumors, tons of rumors of Bob Iger is back. You've probably heard that. And Bob Chapek is gone. Then there's another executive was let go. And then there's now on the rumor mill is that Kathleen Kennedy is exiting. That's on the rumor mill all over the internet. It made it to John Kappa. If you've ever watched his podcast, they're pretty good. He's talking about that now. So that's kind of like the news cycle with Disney right now. I'm very fascinated with everything going on there. But I'm really hoping whatever that does has a big positive impact to Star Wars, big impact to shows they greenlight, movies they greenlight. Because, we love movies, we love gaming, all of this stuff, a lot of the, all of the retro stuff that we all love comes from a place of nostalgia and, great IPs. And Disney owns a lot of those, right? Star Wars, Marvel, Pixar, like a lot of content comes from them. And we all know that if it's managed well, then we get, as customers, just a great benefit, right? We can get some great shows. And there's some people that have been, when it comes to Star Wars, like I was thinking back about Andor, and Andor has some things in the writing that is stronger than I think than some of the post-Disney Star Wars movies. Like the writing and there's Easter eggs that are in all of the Andor episodes that have like this gigantic payoff on 12. And it's like the only reason that work is, yeah, it's a season, whatever. So obviously the same writer was writing the entire season, but it like is so impactful when you're like, hey, they really thought through this. They thought through the story so well that like all these little things pay off. I thought it was great. And so if you're putting that much time and attention into an IP like it deserves, you're going to get a lot out of it. And then we as viewers are going to love it, right? And I think there's been some times where there's a lot of fear. That's my personal thought. I've been thinking about this, and it's general, even with content creators in home arcade space. Like I've been talking to my buddies on home arcade space. It's like there's a lot of fear. It's like you're afraid of what to say, and that causes you to not say certain things that you want to say because you're afraid. And so it's like it's like where fear is modifying the content itself. And I think that you can see that in Lucasfilms. Like right now, it's like they got to get Disney right. Well, what does that mean? You're afraid of getting it wrong, right? So if you got to focus on getting it right, then that means you have a lot of fear about getting it wrong. And so just dedicate a lot of time and effort into doing something amazing. And then I think you'll quote unquote get it right. Stop focusing on the negative. Yeah. Fear, anger, and suffering. Yeah. I miss good old storytelling. I like those days. Yeah, so what do you, I'm worried about Avatar. So I'm excited about the movie coming out, but the original movie of Avatar is like Pocahontas, right? It's an old story, right? They just sci-fi'd it up. And so that's actually pretty good storytelling when you take a very classic story and you kind of put some special effects in it and you put some good story writing. I think Avatar 1 was fantastic, right? So then I saw the trailer for Avatar 2 and it looked beautiful. And it's like, oh, it's Avatar with water. But it looked, when they're swimming through the water, it looked amazing. And then I found myself halfway through the trailer going, okay, but why is he in the water? And where's the conflict? And then they kind of showed it in the second half of the story, but I wasn't getting it. I was confused. I was like, what is the story you're going for? Why? Because like the first story was he's like now an avatar, right? Spoiler alert. Like he became one. Okay. And they defeated the bad guys. Okay, cool. What's the new conflict? And I felt like the trailer didn't show anything to make me go, oh no, they're in trouble now? We got to go watch and make sure that everything's okay, right? Thinking Back to the Future, kind of cliffhanger. It was a joke. They never meant it to kind of go anywhere. And the Back to the Future 2, you saw the trailers. It's like, no, the timeline's all messed up. I got to go make sure Marty and Doc are okay. I'm going to go to the theater and watch it. And then Back to the Future 3, you're like, oh, he's in the Old West. We got to go get Marty. He's in the Old West. We got to make sure he's safe. We got to go watch it. And so again, I was watching the Avatar and I was just like, he's going through water. That looks cool. But what danger is he in? What's the conflict? I think Avatar is done. Novelty is done. Avatar didn't look that great, but everyone banged on it on how amazing it was. Avatar forever. Avatar 2, 3D or not? Is 3D done or good? It's a good question. I was thinking the same thing. So here's the thing. I haven't gone to the theater, I think only once or twice this year. And I thought, oh man, mid-December. I got the last week of December off. So like, oh, maybe in that time frame, I'll go to the IMAX theater. We got a really nice one in Des Moines. Maybe I'll go see the 3D version of Avatar. Take my daughter, take my wife. This would be a good movie. And I talked to the family about it. And they're not compelled by Avatar 2 trailer to pull into the theater. And so I'm excited. I think we're going to get more trailers. And I hope it reveals that James Cameron spent a long time investing a lot of time, taking a lot of care to this great story. and there will be something compelling in the trailer to say, let's go see it at the theater. Because otherwise it's like, just wait. You'll come on Hulu or Disney Plus, right? But maybe that's the thing. That's what's been pulling me to the theater, is the idea of what if, because I did see a 3D movie at the IMAX, and that's why I think I went to the theater. It was, we saw Maverick. Maverick was great. I think that was just IMAX. But I went to the theater for Maverick because everyone was telling me about how great it was and how great it is in the theater. And my wife saw it. I saw it a second time because the first time I didn't see it with my wife. And she's like, yeah, let's go see it. So we saw it. And she loved it. She hadn't been in the theater since the pandemic started. So she was just like, she loves Tom Cruise movies. And the Maverick was just like, I said it was better than the first one, which is crazy that they could come up with a movie that's basically nostalgia. They set the pattern for like done right. Like it's Top Gun, a movie from the 80s that was like, whatever, it's an 80s movies. And then Maverick was amazing. I thought they did an amazing job. So let's see what you guys are talking about. I'm ranting on. Back to Future is better. Back to Future 2 greater than Back to Future 1. Avatar test. Name 3 character names. Ooh, that's a good point. You got Sigourney Weaver, that guy that later was in the Terminator movie, the Scarface guy, right? That I haven't really seen in anything else. There's my 3. I guess it's not a great movie, right? Because Back to the Future, you're like Marty, Doc, George, you know? Tinky, Winky, Dipsy, and Poe. The Avatar park at Disney World is awesome. That's good to know. I'll wait to watch the new Avatar in like 15 to 20 years when they come out with the 3D one, so I am fresh on the storyline. Avatar, somehow Earth forces return. Unobtainium was very thoughtful title for a rare material. LOL, yeah. Sequels are rarely better, but can hope. First 3D movie was Beowulf. I think that was the last. Massive headache. Yeah. I was rooting for the humans on Avatar. As a War on Terra vet, me too. Yeah. I still have a 3D TV and a projector. Love it. And I play 3D PS3 and 360 games. Hollow 3D. Sweet. Very cool, Jim. Jake. There we go. Jake was the main guy, right? Jake Sully. He's like, I'm on it. Let's see. Top Gun 2 is the exception to the rule. Sequels are not as good. It was really good. The Walking Dead guy. Yeah. Back to Future 2 and T2 are better sequels. Oh, that's pretty good. No one can name 3 Avatar names, but I bet you can name 12 Star Wars or Marvel characters without even trying. Very good, Paul. Very good, Paul. So what movie, we can hang out for a little bit longer. What movie are you guys excited about? Is there any new movies that are coming up that you are excited about? I mentioned a couple, but now I'm turning the tables towards you. I'm hoping that this next year, there is some pull to the movie theater. I think it's a fun experience. That's what it's come to me now. It's like an expensive form of entertainment that's worth it from time to time if it's great, if it's a great movie. But there's a lot of people that are, they're basically turning their game rooms into, they got game rooms and theater rooms. It's like, you got 4K, I don't know, OLED TV, 120 hertz, like, do you need a theater? Then you got all these streaming services, I'm trying to think of any movies that are coming out that I'm really excited about. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Christmas Story 2. I want to see Violent Night, Beetlejuice. Oh, is that right? Are they making a Beetlejuice again? Are they making Beetlejuice 2? I forgot about that. How far along are they? Beetlejuice 2. I'm going to look this up. As of November 10th, Beetlejuice 2, what we hope to see in the long-awaited sequel. Let's turn this into, you guys ready for this? I'm gonna pretend like I'm a YouTuber that reviews articles. Let's see. I'm gonna pretend like I'm a YouTuber. I should just start there. Okay, Beetlejuice 2. It's like a straight-up, like, article time podcast. And we're going to be talking about Beetlejuice 2 here. So right here on the article, we get it from MovieWeb. Beetlejuice 2, what we hope to see in the long-awaited sequel. We said Beetlejuice 3 times, and Brad Pitt heard. With Beetlejuice 2 finally in the works, here's what we hope to see. Yeah, I'm not reading all that. A Halloween classic. Okay, I'm just looking at pictures. Winona Ryder, will she return? Do you guys know about this? Is she returning to Beetlejuice? What's happening? The Nightmare Before Christmas director says it's unfair. Tim Burton still gets all the credit for the movie. That's something related. I don't know. I'm already bored. There wasn't some pretty enough pictures to pull me in to read this article. And it was just basically MovieWeb's opinion. Like, no, I don't want your opinion. And you probably don't want my opinion. I just want to know the details of Beetlejuice 2. Maybe I should just go somewhere else, like IMDb. Do they have credible information? I see nothing. I can't find anything about Beetlejuice 2. All right, forget Beetlejuice 2. Who cares? I'm already over it. Rigged in 2022. Paul has a fact. What are you saying, Paul? Yeah. Movie theaters are going the way of the indoor mall. Whoa, JJ. Slow down there. Indoor malls are cool. Yeah, the indoor malls are going away. Super Mario trailer. There we go. It has potential. It does. It may be the best Super Mario yet. Let's see. You're excited about the DC reboot via James Gunn? There we go. Not fully canceled. That's good. Unobtainium was the name of my first girlfriend who lives in Canada. Okay, Rocky 15, Deadpool 3. That's like a year away, right? I can name more names from Disney Pocahontas than Avatar. And it's the same freaking movie. There you go. Sean says, hey there, fairly new viewer. Just wanted to say I've been watching regularly, enjoying the show. Appreciate that, Sean. Really do. Appreciate it. Black Adam, I'm going to watch after the stream. There you go. Just finished Andor Season 1 finale. There you go, Jason. Maverick was the last thing I saw in the theater. Yeah. I can't think if I saw something else. Dungeons and Dragons. I just got Black Adam. I can't watch it on my... I can watch it on my 4K projector already, yeah. Let's see, a Jason remake, Spaceballs 2, The Quest. Is it real? Is it really happening? I thought it was The Search for More Money. We'll all return again soon in Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money. Is that what it is? The Search, they literally, remember that? They literally said that in the movie. Let's see. Is it happening? The sequel was mentioned again in Goldberg Season 5, Episode 21. Wow, so many ads on this page. It just shifted everything. I'm not even going to look at it. We'll all return again soon. The Search for More Money. No way. This isn't coming out. There's no way this is coming out. Wrong screen. I haven't heard anything about this. I heard a while back, but I thought it was like just what they always say, like, the Schwartz awakens with an even greater helmet. We need this so bad, right? They could make fun of the sequel trilogy. It'd be great. Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money is an upcoming 2022 American satire comic science fiction film co-written, co-produced, and directed by Mel Brooks. A follow-up to the 1987 film Spaceballs. It will star Brooks, Bill Pullman. Didn't he die, though? Bill Pullman? Did he die? Or maybe he's the one that's still alive, right? Rick Moranis. They pulled Rick Moranis back? That would be amazing. And then a whole bunch of names here. Melissa Rivers. In addition to Brooks in a supporting role, this film expected to feature Brooks' regular Rudy DeLuca in a supporting role as well. The title is taken from the scene. Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah. That was good. It will be released June 24th, 2022, exactly 35 years to the day of the original film was released. Yeah, except for that didn't happen. Yeah. I mean, that would be great if they came out with it, but I haven't heard anything about it, right? Titanic 2. Really, it won't sink this time. No one wants to sit with a bunch of strangers and pay top dollar for popcorn and soda when you can watch at home via streaming services, usually within 1 to 3 months of release. That's the thing. More recently, I really got to itch my nose right now. I think it's the drink I'm finishing. Yeah, it's like 45 days now. For a lot of the movies, we'll go to streaming services in like 45 days. So it's like not even 3 months these days. Oh, there you go. The Quantumania coming out in February. There's Mandalorian Season 3 in February, I've heard. From the internet. I don't know if that's official yet. Ooh, Flash, John Wick 4, Mission Impossible, Indiana Jones 5, the Quantumania. So, have you guys heard? Like, I've heard that Indiana Jones 5, they are going to do deep fake on Indiana Jones so they can show scenes from the past that we've never seen, and then it time jumps or something. I don't know, like it's a flashback scene. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that. If it pays off well, good for them. But I also heard this thing that the movie Solo, there's like, I don't know if it's true, but I heard a rumor that Kathleen Kennedy was all like, hey, we know we messed up on Solo. We totally should have just used deepfake for Han Solo. I was like, whoa, wait, what? Like, that, I don't know if that would have changed anything. Like Solo wasn't a horrible movie, but like to make it like amazing, I don't think the actor did a bad job. You know, it was just, I mean, there was a lot of public information about how the movie had to get revised and updated and changed last minute, and I think some of that maybe came through, and there were some really cool scenes that were in the trailer that didn't make the final cut. And I remember watching videos about that. They're like, why wasn't that scene like in the movie? It was so, the special effects were so high quality for Solo, and it was like them running and the camera was low, and it looked pretty exciting, and it didn't make the final cut. Yeah, and I think I called my dog Indy. I think that was George Lucas's dog, actually, right? They named the dog Indiana. I think he was referring to George Lucas's dog named Indiana. Is that right? Yeah, Doomcock. I remember when Doomcock started. I've always wondered if I could do the Doomcock voice. Like if I do the, hold on.
Hey. So I think you do if you want to do Doomcock, you do the low voice, but then you talk like this every now and then. You're like, hi, I'm Professor Doomcock, Van Doomcock or something. And today we're going to be talking about Disney and all their special stuff. Anyway.
I don't know. If you ever watch Doomcock, that's what he sounds like. I don't know. I don't know if I did that well, but it's like he does
the low voice, but then goes really high with it.
This show, I started watching him when he was pretty low in subscribers. It was during the it was the sequel trilogy leaks, right? And he would like, he had some really good leaks too early on, and I watched I think all of his stuff, and then there was a couple other content creators that I got into during the sequel, and by the time I went to the theater, pretty much everything that was public in the leaks was exactly what was in the movie. And I think maybe the leaks are much less now, because I heard through Andor, very little leaks. Rogue One and Star Wars Rebels writer Gary Whitta revealed that he is still working hard on bringing a follow-up to The Last Starfighter to the big or small screen. That's cool. Yeah, it's just a voice changer. Hey, Mason, what's going on, man? What is up, Mason? Yes, he's more reliable than Mike Zero. Hey, Kevin, do you remember? I watched Mike Zero, and like I got pulled into his bubble early on, and at first it was like, wow, like he's just coming up with these just like great stories, and can you do Pee-wee's voice? Hold on a second.
Hey guys. No, anyway.
Okay. Mike Zero. My favorite video about Mike Zero was some other content creator. And what they did was they said Mike Zero has a lot of subscribers because he cracked this algorithm thing where he like is very repetitive, and he like films and says like exactly the same thing for his intro, but he never reuses any of his content. It's always a new take. But what this guy did is he edited Mike Zero's videos, and there was like 50 versions of Mike Zero doing his intro. And you could hear all 50 of them at the same time. And you could see like 50 pictures of him. And they're all different takes. They're all from different videos. And he's saying the same thing, but it's a different take. And you could hear a little bit like overlapping where he said the word a little bit longer here. And then he cut out like all these different storylines of like he's making up these theories. And he's repeated that same thing in like 20 different videos. So they think he's like reading a script. He's just reading the script, and he just keeps on modifying the script. But then he always reads the script. Anyway, it was a funny video. And me and my brother were both texting each other Mike Zero stuff for a couple months there. And then we realized like it's all clickbait. Maybe he changed. Maybe I remember watching a video later, and he seemed like he changed, like kind of got more legit or something. But for a while there, Mike Zero for sure was just every thumbnail was just not true. His theories were not true. Anyway, he's been claiming Kennedy has been fired about a dozen times over the last couple of years, not really trusting anyone. Tim, why haven't I seen your guitar on any streams lately? So there's a couple of reasons. One, I almost never play my guitar on a podcast that I do. I don't know why. You'll see me play guitar on 1UP Weekly, or if I'm on a guest on someone else's show, I don't know, I bring it out. And then I play guitar when I do a music stream. I don't know why, I just never... And then the reason why I haven't played lately is I got this bad blister. I've thought about bringing it back. You know, I've actually thought about like so what I was thinking about was like there's a lot of like things that I came up with during like 1UP Weekly that I thought were really fun, but I've stayed away from them because I felt like it lived best in 1UP Weekly. But like when we were doing 1UP Weekly, I'm trying to the intro that I had was welcome to the 1UP Weekly. Welcome to the 1UP Weekly live. Yeah. So over time we developed that, right? And then we had this, hey guys, it's Final Thoughts time. You know, so we had this like melody. So in this episode, we talked a lot about game rooms, right? We showed off the game rooms. We showed that anyone with a little bit of lighting, with a little bit of decoration, and a lot of money on game consoles and arcade. If you spend enough time and invest over time, you too can have an amazing game room. Anyway, I'm not very good at the on-demand just reflection of the show. Anyway, so I had these thoughts of like, I never brought the guitar into any of my shows because I wanted to. Is Ralph wanted me to. And so when we were doing the shows, he would call me and we would talk about shows, and I was just playing guitar while on the phone with him. So if you play guitar or you know someone who plays the guitar, it's probably an annoying thing, but we would talk so much. I would have earbuds on and we were talking for like 3 or 4 hours. The next thing you know, I'm just like playing guitar while I'm talking to him. And he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm playing guitar. And he's like, oh, you're playing guitar? You should bring that on the show. And I was like, that's stupid. But he kept on saying, it's like, no, it's awesome. So I was like, all right. And then early on my YouTube channel, I did have an intro, and it had this song that went like this, right? Anyway, that was just the Console Kit's like theme song. And then when we did One Up Weekly, I was like, oh, I'm going to adapt that. Welcome to the One Up Weekly Live. So I combined it. It was like, oh, it's the Console Kit's theme, but then we used the One Up Weekly, and that was kind of fun. And then when I, One Up Weekly was over and I'm like, hey, I'm going to continue doing a podcast. When I was thinking about things that I could do on my show, I didn't want to borrow anything from the One Up Weekly. Yeah, I was like, that was from the One Up Weekly. Let those ideas live there. And I thought for a little bit of ideas to incorporate a guitar, but all I could think of was an intro, like One Up Weekly Live, and anything else would just be similar to that. Anyway. Let's see. I think so. Tim, P-Dubs does a killer impression of you. Not sure if you've seen it. It's really funny. Yeah, I think I've seen it. We've been on a show together where he's done it. It's good. Yeah, I really enjoy, one of my favorite things is actually getting to know other content creators and then getting to the point where we're comfortable enough that we can kind of make fun of each other, but like without hurting each other's feelings. And my favorite thing, which did make me nervous, was on Michael B's show last week, I went live on his channel without him knowing. And I thought that was a lot of fun. See, P-Dub's ears were burning. My guitar is dope. It comes with 3 songs. Oh, man. Poop shoot? Yeah. Yeah, I do enjoy playing guitar. I had to stop for like a month because this blister is bad, but I don't know. I was just playing. Yeah, is this a Reverend guitar? Yeah, this is a Reverend. This is the Billy Corgan signature. Yeah, Reverend's pretty sweet. You have the flat rock. I'll check that out. For those of you in guitar, the songs I've been playing lately have been practicing. Well, about a month ago is see if you can recognize the song. Generals gathered at their masses. Anyway, a little bit of Black Sabbath I've been playing, and then been trying to learn. I think my wife is like texting me right now, like, "Hey, you said you weren't going to be loud." Oh, I see what it is. Michael B is texting me right now saying, "Let's play some Simpsons." Okay. I think we're going to go play. Yeah, I got to get those licks down. Like how's it go? Like I had it down there for a while. Nope, I don't remember it. Wow, it's been like a month. Nope. I don't have it. But I've been practicing like crazy. Before I got it was like every day I was practicing and I was like, I don't remember it. I don't know. It's Crazy Train. It's hard. Like I'm not a very good lead player, but like if I can get the finger tapping down. But I remember it was like that blister. It's like I'm scared. Anyway, I'm not that great of a lead player, but I'm trying. Anyway, play Stairway to Heaven, please don't. Just had to yell it. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, I'm done. I gotta, once my finger is better, then maybe I'll do some live streams. And then for music, tell me what you guys have been listening to, and I'll tell you what I've been listening to. I try to listen to music often. I've been building a lot of cabinets, and when I'm building the cabinets, I'm listening to music. And the music that I've been listening to, I listened to the Cranberries for a while there. That was fun. I learned that we only have their first album, which is fantastic. And I don't know if it's their first album, but it's the one that's like everyone else is doing it, so why should we? Something like that. Great album. And then, so I went from Cranberries, and then I'm listening to Toxicity by System of a Down. And I forgot that album. Like, I've listened to their first album a million times. I don't think I've listened to Toxicity since a couple years after it came out. And all of a sudden I'm listening and it's like, dun, 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 dun. We're trying to build a prison. Dun, 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 dun. We're trying to build a prison. I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot those songs. They are so good. System of a Down is just fantastic. Yes, that's right. Cranberries. I had Cranberries tonight. A great band for Thanksgiving. Yeah, Cranberries. The Cranberries was good. I gotta go, guys, because the music is over. We're way over time. And Michael B wants to play The Simpsons with me. And I'm like, I'm in. All right. I hope you enjoyed this extra long live stream. And if you bailed earlier, then obviously you're not here and hanging out with us. So I don't know why I'm talking to you, because there's no way you can hear me. But those that hung out, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if you're interested in being a part of the game room, just email consolekits@gmail.com. And next show, I think, is Sunday. We're doing a podcast on Sunday. And then 19K Fox Sunday night. I think I'm going to do a show. He's going to do a show. And then we are going to do an Andor show, a wrap up the entire Andor season. And if you want to, I don't know, if there's some annoying family members that you just got to get away from, here's an idea. Lock yourself in a room, watch the entire Andor series, and then come to the final episode of the Andor with 19K Fox and I, and tell us what you think about it. That's my thoughts. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.